somebody's life. And it tells you that the job that they do is not easy.
Yeah, it's really dangerous. I mean, and the currents that comes with these water, if you are not strong, if you are not fit enough, you can easily, be swept away by it. And, as much as they are doing everything.
Is that snake in the water there?
Yeah, I think it's a baby snake.
Is that a baby snake?
It looks like a baby snake.
Charlie, that's not a baby snake.
Yeah, look at the head. The head looks like.
Oh, there are some snakes that are not baby snake, but they have that same kind of features.
And it has a white belly. So whatever it is, yeah, I never wish to be in this kind of situation,
Charlie.
Especially when I see creatures like this, swimming at the surface of the water. I would just die. I mean, this is crazy. But like I was saying, the men and women, the gallant men and women who are on the ground trying to save lives, your lives are also important. They need to be careful. This is really sad. Yeah, it looks bad. Yeah, it looks bad. I mean, this is not a good look at all.
You see, for me,
and maybe you're not getting what we're talking about. If you join us on our Facebook page right now, if you join us on our YouTube channel as well, you get to see the fire officer who himself was struggling to save his own life. And you
had to hug the guy because he
was holding, clinging to the guy. He was not hugging him. He was clinging to him.
When he did,
when you look at him, he looks thin to be doing this kind of thing. I mean. Also, we know Waboka Kranti, he had a little bit more control. Yeah, I mean, if you are not built, this shouldn't be the type of work you should be doing.
But we see, I think that David, when you look at them there, it seems the rope is the only thing. I don't know about standard.
So let me give a background to what it is that they're doing. So there were about 20 of them, and they used this long rope, and each few meters there was somebody who was holding part of the rope, and so they were using that to rescue people who were trapped in the flood water. So at certain points they would have to carry a woman. One had to carry a woman at his back and moved on to cross the flood waters with the woman. So that was the approach.
Okay, so the rope is the rope is more of like a directional tool,
and also a help, because if you have 20 of them, it gives stability, it gives control, it gives support.
But if it wasn't for the rope, this guy would have been swept away easily.
Easily. He would have been swept away.
So David, you see, it comes back to the point about resources. Now, David, look at the car behind the gentleman. Look at the car.
The taxi, the Astra car.
It's gone. Now, David, look at the fire officers there. David, have you noticed that the other guy trying to rescue the colleague is not even in the safety net or whatever?
The helmet.
No, but at that stage, you don't talk about helmet too. You are talking about saving human lives.
No, I get it, but I'm only saying that are they supposed to be tooled that way?
For all you know, he had it, and then so anything could have happened.
But the most important thing for me I'm seeing here is sometimes these things you have to look at the stature of the people that are going to do the rescue. Sebi. Obi to say Eugene stature. You don't put them.
You don't
put them in the situation like this. That is why.
Sometimes it's not just about the stature. It's about the training and the skill and the ability to do certain things.
No, stature is important.
I'm not saying it's not.
It is, but it's not critical sometimes.
Yes, I understand. So if you are working a machinery or something, or some place where it requires skill, like swimming and all of that, it doesn't matter. But this current and the strength that comes with this current.
There's another video we're showing you right now on our pages right now, Facebook and YouTube. This guy, he was in this container.
He was trapped, actually.
In the container. He was trapped in the container. Was being carried away with the flood waters. And there were people who were filming him, and they were like, nah, maybe free. And listen, in Ghana, we're not trained to know how to assist people in terms of first aid and tragic situations. In the video, you will hear somebody say, men, and then somebody says, pie, bra. And then, obviously, we pray, and say, cha. So what was he to do at the time?
Instinct. How do you survive?
Exactly. But elsewhere, they've been trained well enough that if somebody is drowning and you pick out the person from the drowning water, you know how to give CPR. If somebody is caught with fire burns, you know how to assist the person. Fire officer can't. Have
you seen the video of the babies? It hasn't been confirmed if it's Ghanaian.
The two babies.
Yeah, two babies. And the person, instead of performing CPR, was held the hand of the stiff hand of the baby and I all chin in sana. Oh, do we say show you the boy and sana or chin? How was it going to?
And it's not a laughing matter.
Yeah, someone.
It is not. Listen, and I keep saying that what is happening in Accra, we should learn lessons, because anything is possible. It can happen to us in the Ashanti region and other regions.
But David, I think that before you speak to them too, one thing I noticed yesterday was that we need to find a way where, David, maybe when they get to the let me leave it, bridges, maybe you need to build that thing normally the banks do. The cement barricades, because it seems as if that if you are being watched that way, there's no support when it's running rude.
So it depends. It depends on the riverside you're talking about.
Yeah.
For example, when you go to the beaches, you realize that they have flags. They put what they call long stakes with flags. They're telling you with the dangers, the depths, and everything. So it depends on which one you're talking about. But this is even flood water in residential areas. Mm-hmm. This is flood water in living areas. This is not a river, this is not a stream, this is a sea.
Have you seen the story from Achimota Abofo where snakes also entered the room? And
but we saw snakes in some of the water right now.
What of them all?
Joel, there is this video also that I shared with you. And I was saying, like, the Meteor Minister says, if you haven't left home as at the time that he was putting out the announcement, don't leave your home. If you can hear at the time, you can go back home, go home. A home is supposed to be a safe haven for you. But between the water broke the security, the metal security door, and the water entered her room. I get in the picture I'm painting. Yeah. You're sitting in your living room, maybe watching the thing on television. Then all of a sudden you hear boom. Only for you to realize that your door has been opened by the flood water and has entered your room. Your car parked on your compound is being carried away by the flood water.
Yeah, I saw that one too. Where coreless.
Yeah.
The cars.
Oh, that's a different one, cracker, from what I'm talking about.
But David, so that one, well, it depends on the insurance. Hey, David, but when you supposed to be the car, caught the yard.
But there's another one that the woman was in her house. The son was the one who filmed the incident. They said that's her mother's car parked at home, and then the mother was inside, and the whole building has been been taken over by flood waters.
David, the last one I give you is this video, and for me, David, this is an advisory of a sort. I'm trying to get it to Joe. Where the kids, apparently yesterday they were rescued. You know, when the video came that some kids around the Kum Churches Church, I don't know if you remember.
The one that they looked like they were swimming in the water and everything.
Apparently, by God's grace, some of them were rescued. But David, we beg parents. Because David, I'm not in Accra, but what you were told was that the rain started, and the NADMO officer here can confirm. It started at dawn. To the Accra school acquired them. Because David, per the report in the video and the woman's narration, there were school kids in the school.
Yeah.
Who ended up being
but
trapped.
as early as 7, 6 something.
Oh, the
Kodak was online.
He was on the ground.
So it was the news was.
But Leo, sometimes in Accra,
the economies of the day.
Aside from the economies of the day, the time that the same thing. The time they leave home. Listen, I was in Accra, from Kwabenya to the airport. I saw a woman in a trotro around 3:15 or so, just around 3 a.m. Now, class is serious. No, it's more than the school. One qua only D. One qua fear jet doom.
David is right. David, I was by yesterday the picture I got here. If you can bring it back, that I don't know if it's them, but that's what we are told that they were rescued. So we just thank God that
it's a day after. I'm sure that by the time we get to the midday, right now we know that the death toll is around 9. That's the official one. Yes. There are unofficial ones. I'm sure that maybe I touch wood. I pray it doesn't happen. But I pray it doesn't happen. But we should not be surprised if the death toll moves from 9 to
David,
something.
When I check, a Utu senior loan is 9. So
I'm talking about Accra. I'm not about Accra. I'm not talking about Accra.
Central.
I'm not talking about national.
These are the kids. Look at Shamkrano, David. Look at 1 year, 2 years.
But have you seen that video where the lifeless bodies of the children have also been displayed?
I couldn't watch it honestly. It's on my phone actually. Okay. I was showing it to you. I personally couldn't.
The Metro NADMO director is with us in the studios of Love 99.5. Efodala, good morning.
Good morning, David.
And then the regional director for NADMO is also here, and I'm talking about Alhaji Mohammed Nasir Ibrahim. He's also here. You can find time to laugh. I have not been able to laugh.
Am I really laughing?
Yeah. He's laughing on these issues.
I have been saying it for some time now that Charlie, we need to learn lessons. That is what life is all about. You learn from experiences. Something happens to you, whether good or bad, you need to learn something from it. So, this devastating floods in Accra has once again, exposed Ghana's vulnerability to flooding, following, all that we've witnessed already. Let me start off with you, Alhaji. How did that make you feel? All that you've seen so far, the deaths, the destruction to property, the trappings, the calling for help, and there was a woman who was out of desperation. Instead of calling for national security, or said national service for. She was confused as to what to even say. Or said national service.
Yeah. So thank you very much, Mr. Akuetteh. Thank you, Love FM. We are already in national crisis because the capital is submerged, and that has so many implications for life and property. And like you said, that is why it is called disaster. Once it disrupts normal life, then it's a disaster. Then it is coping mechanisms, interventions, and management that has to come to play. So we sympathize with all the victims. In fact, the whole of the Greater Accra region, because nobody spared. You won't believe it, even some of the ministers are confused. Yes, not the direct victims. Those who are even responsible for them themselves have come because it was not anticipated. We expect heavy rains. In fact, more rains are going to come. That is a prediction.
Well, this one we spoke to the guy from GMET.
Yes.
Kwame Ufuriajiman. He says, Charlie, the next 2-3 weeks, more heavy rains.
More. And we knew it since January. They came to my office, they did a presentation. So they came to you. The problem is resources. We have taken we have done the plans and all of that. We need resources to do it. So I'm not surprised. Already Accra, you saw it since January. NADMO has been involved with demolitions. We have done dredging and the silting. Zoom Lion moved in to help. Apparently what it means is that all the steps we have taken have not been adequate.
So you share with us in a bit, some of the steps you've taken so far. But if you're saying that the challenge or the biggest challenge is resources.
Yes. Timely
resources. How prepared is Kumasi or Ashanti today?
Yes, so
because if you say resources, you need to say that for now you've had enough resources to do what you have to do, or still you haven't had enough resources, so you're not prepared if the rain should come down heavy.
So this is my response. Like I said, since January, if I'm not January, even last year, we knew that this year there'll be rains. We already know the rainy season. That's the basis upon which I'm saying we know. But the torrents, the quantum, and all of that,
the heaviness of it,
was adequately predicted by GMET. And so for Ashanti region, as early as first week of February, we did assessments. The places we know get flooded or can potentially get flooded, we went to see what is it that can cause the flooding. So it's debris, choked gutters, trees growing, some of the gutters are broken, the concretes have caved in, people building in waterways, failing of reserve lands. And like I said, NADMO, we don't work alone. So we wrote to the assemblies, Greater Kumasi, all the assemblies have received my letter. We didn't end there. We moved with my team and we went to visit the chief executives. They represent the president in each of the districts, municipal and metro. So we met them and drummed home the point. I was at the Regional Security Council meeting. They were there. The regional minister was there. We hammered. Okay? So some of them have moved in, like I told you last time. As at yesterday, I can confirm about 16 streams and drains have been dredged. As at yesterday. Some of the others have not been touched at all. Those who were touched, some of them are, it is accumulating, the silt is accumulating again. And like I insist, if there will be rains or abnormal rains, that means more water. What it means is that you need to give it more space so that about Nasembeko. But if you block its way, that is what brings these issues.
Alhaji, before I come to Dela, if we should record heavy rains, like Accra did,
and we will,
like Accra did yesterday, will Kumasi flood?
I don't want to
Speak to data. Speak to what's
I'm
on the
speaking
ground.
to data.
Speak to
So
what's
like
on the
I
ground.
said,
What you've witnessed.
I've flagged 32 locations. Like if you remember last year, we desilted 21, and luckily for us, we were safe. And like I keep mentioning, Kumasi is not like Accra flatland. Yeah. There is upstream. So whatever Anwar Sadat and Ben Abdallah are doing in the
that's
middle,
what Furukrom
and some parts of Kemi, Dechemso and all of those places. No matter what they do, if Swami, Tafo, and those up there don't do their part, the cells there will fall back here. So Tafo has started.
Yeah, I saw Abu 2 weeks ago.
Abu is done. Tafo has commenced. I couldn't go there yesterday. We were scared of the rain.
When was Abu done? Because 2 weeks ago when the rains came down, we saw you and I don't know whether Joe can still raise that video.
They've been working.
We saw piles of bottles and other things floating on the surface of the streets.
That should be Amnaga.
No, it was Abu. A friend of mine was driving and he took a video and sent it to me directly. That was Abu.
If it can go, then we don't get the flood disaster. Do you understand?
But where is it going to end?
That is what I'm saying. So they clear the other end. Now, if you do Tafu Swami, okay, that's Bremai, Chronom, Bukrum Estates, and all of that, and it flows to, Dechemso, Abu, Agunaga Junction, Sobolo. We also need to do Atonsu Kuwait, the back of the market, Dompoasi, and all of that. Okay, so those ones we take them onto trucks.
You're explaining the matters to me. My question was, if it should rain today, as heavy as it did some 3 weeks ago, or as it did yesterday in Accra, will we witness flood situation in Kumasi? Yes or no?
That it will take God to be very definite about that. But what I know is
based on the work you've done, you should be able to tell us something.
We have done about 50% of the work.
Is 50 enough? 50 is not enough.
Of course, it's not enough.
So definitely it will flood.
No, why do you want
it will flood? No, it is a reality. So it is based on the work you've done so far.
So we are asking for more support to do more. The assemblies, some of them have only access to only one excavator. If they had 3 or 5, they could have done it simultaneously. Others don't have.
Dela, tell me, what would you say are the biggest lessons, NADMO, you are the Metro Director for NADMO, that is KMA, yeah?
Yeah.
What would you say are the biggest lessons that we can learn from the actions of the floods from Accra yesterday?
Thank you very much. Good morning. I think the first thing that I would talk about is waste.
The lessons we've learned?
Yes.
Waste, okay.
Yes. And I've been saying this for some time now because of the various places that I've gone to and the assessment that I've done so far. David, if you take Kumasi, if you are going to have anything that is considered as flooding, there's going to be waste. The attitude that people are actually practicing. People carry waste from their various homes and leave it at places. People carry waste at various places. When it is raining, then they pour into the gutter. So even most of the time, the kind of flooding that you witness in Kumasi are waste within the communities that are creating that. Because these various communities, people are grown that attitude of throwing or throwing.
Dela, this thing you're talking about. We have known this thing for God knows how many years now. Waste, and indeed, when
but David, the reason why I'm doing this is
allow me. We always learn.
Yes.
And that's why I said that experiences, they say, is the best teacher. This issue of bad waste disposals, this issue of people taking advantage of rains and dumping indiscriminately is something we know about. So when you mentioned the waste, I was hoping that you're going to tell me that having known this for years, having known which areas this are rampant, these are the measures we put in place to ensure that people don't dump into the drains or people have been arrested and be made to something that is concrete that is going to prevent this from happening.
But it's happening.
What is happening?
Yeah, arrests the sanitation court.
Yes.
Now, if you bring evidence, the regional minister has already given directives.
You get some token,
and you get 50% of the fine. And some people have suffered it already.
And the arrest is going on.
When somebody has malaria, you don't give him a mosquito net to solve the problem, right? In fact, if it is serious and you go to the hospital, they don't give you drugs; they inject you. Okay, So I can situate the point Dave is making. On the grounds, we are thinking, or we are taking the silt out of the drains. Crow from, what is the name of the place? Came the machine
At the Crow from North. That's where the gas filling station.
The former Unity. So the work is ongoing. If you go to Diase, it's the silted.
But you also mentioned, you also mentioned that even after the silting,
yes,
the silt gets back into the drain.
Yes, because
why?
Up there they have not finished. Up, so it's pushing down.
You're making it seem as if we are clueless as to how.
That's what the clue we have.
If we have the clues,
if I get 10 excavators.
So let me ask Dela this question. Dela, be honest with me on this. Did you witness, the flooding situation at the Asafo Market a few weeks ago?
Yes.
Around that time, you were with me. You say you saw it. Dela, did you see it?
Yeah.
Sure.
Did you go there yourself?
Yes, I went there with the mayor.
With the mayor. So you saw the Kofo gallons and all the things that were floating on the surface of the water.
Exactly.
Today, if the rain should come down again, will that same thing happen at Asafo Market?
Your measures have been taken.
Will it happen or not? Will
Measures
we see floods and gallons?
David, the reason why when you asked me the first question, I was going about the waste. When we take the waste off, and someone goes there today and do it maybe in the night without our knowledge, it will happen. That is why.
So what measures will you put? What measures will you put in place to ensure that it doesn't happen again?
It's true.
It's not NADMO.
It's true.
First,
First, we have to educate the people
Yeah.
and let them understand that what they are doing, these are the end results, and take advantage of what has happened now, and let people realize that these are the end results of what you are doing. Then, two, we need to make sure people are arrested, people are prosecuted. Recently, we went to some places and we were able to identify some areas. People gave us suspected persons. I went there with the environmental health director to warn those people, even though we didn't see the action that the person was doing it. I told the environmental director, let's go there and warn that person and let the person know that if you see that kind of waste, then it means it's coming from her end, and she will be arrested. And we realized that for some time now that person is not doing that thing. A lot. Recently, when I reached Labour, I was just passing by and I saw waste. I got down from the car, went there, inspected the area, and when I realized all those who were cooking and selling, I made sure they did their cleaning and warned them that the next time we see those things, they will not stay there anymore. You see, there are actions going on, but sometimes
we're not seeing the results.
The reason
we are not seeing the results. If the actions are going on, we need to have a commiseration of the actions with the results.
David, do you know that we've arrested these Abubuya drivers before? We've arrested one, and after that action, we realized that at a certain point in time, they were not using that point again to go and down. But now, sometimes these rubbish are coming from the Central Market area, the Ababo area, and these are things that daily people are throwing off 1, 2 plastics.
And accumulates.
And it accumulates to that end. So these are some of them. That is why we always want to educate, conscientize the people.
The education, how do you go about the education? Because you might be educating people, but if you educate people wrongly, it doesn't sink in.
Alongside, we make sure that those who are closer to these places that the thing are happening, we conscientize them to let them know that they also have to help. These are the two things that we've been doing. David, it will surprise you to know that stretch, I have let somebody carry his feces. That is, you carry it back. I was on assessment.
His feces?
Yes, I told him to carry it back.
What was it? What was the feces in?
I gave him a sack that he should take it and carry it back.
Well, he defecated in the drain.
Yeah. Yes, at Wyatt then when you go in there. You see, we've been doing a lot just to make sure that people realize that what they are doing is not right. And
aside from the waste issues that we're battling with, and I don't see a clear-cut solution in solving it, because you talk about enforcement, which of course you say you're applying. You talk about education, but it doesn't seem to be working. But what about buildings or structures in waterways? Have you identified any? Have you pulled them down?
Only last week we pulled the building down.
Where?
Last 2 weeks was Angunaga inside there.
Angunaga Junction.
Yes, Angunaga inside. Last week was Abu Post Office. You know,
and
so
Moshizongo,
yes, by the stream.
Yes.
So you see, it takes a lot of protocol.
So 1 second for me, Joel. There's this. Let me. Joel, highlight this one for me on our screen, please. Because there is a place where and this morning what I want us to do is don't just let's have a grammar talk.
No. You are right.
Don't let's just have brofo conversations. No. Let's have a serious conversation where we're solving problems. There's a video I'll be showing you right now. Where in that video there's somebody who has filled a waterway and is about to build.
Mm-hmm.
I want you to take note of that place. I'm going to show it here.
Okay.
So it's going to be on record. So by this Friday, let's know what action NADMO is going to take in fixing that problem. And then that will convince me that indeed NADMO is seriously working, because you are there to prevent the disasters in the first place. So he mentions that you
read what is down there.
No, this is a video I've even shared.
Yes, and that's what I've sent to the MC.
Swift action required.
Yes.
So
I've sent to the MC.
That's the one I sent.
And I've sent the district NADMO.
So
because it's not one district.
Who did you send that video to?
Oh, the MC. The MC and my
who's the MC for that area?
Okumkom.
And which area is that one?
It's Aipima Mwabeja.
Have you given deadlines with if they should act swiftly?
I want results this today.
You were going to say
today.
This week?
No, today. The first thing you have to do preliminary checks. Mm-hmm. Is it exactly the place the fellow is saying? And then the extent. The engineers must move in.
Yes.
Okay? Because somebody sold that land to you.
Yeah.
David, can you go and fill your house? Can you go and do that?
No.
So who gave it to him? And then under which authority is he failing?
David, some of the chiefs
because
are worried.
A lot of them. And the engineers.
So you can't go to Otunfo?
Oh, we can.
Why haven't you? Or have you?
Oh, that's what I explained. It takes a lot of protocols. So, for instance, this one you are showing, we have to establish which district it is.
But you've told me what the district is.
Yes, my district director says it is from the description. It's a link up to two. So he will call his colleague. They will go there together. Then report to their MCs and send the engineers to go and verify how did it happen. So whoever the traditional person who gave out the land, if it is themselves, they have to explain. Water Resources Commission. You see, NADMO is popular. But there are so many people who are in charge of stuff. Yeah. The Water Resources Commission, they know this. They know they'll tell you the source of this river.
Some 2 or 3 months ago.
They will tell you the source of the river, the width, they know all of it. They know everything about it. Okay. Then the assembly must necessarily also know. There's a physical planning, physical development plan, and then there's a land use committee. All of those technocrats, what is their job?
But Alhaji, if I'm listening to you right,
yes,
then it means if NANANOM gives the land to somebody,
a developer,
nothing stops that person to do what they are doing, because there are a lot of checks. Yeah, that will prevent the person from
so many
building.
things stops them. Sebi, with all due respect, if Nana is wrong, somebody ought to tell him with evidence.
Yeah, so that's why I'm trying to drive.
In Ghana, we have traditional and constitutional.
NANANOM made a mistake.
Yes.
By giving it to that person.
Yes.
But before that person can build, there are a series
several layers. Thank you.
Why are they not working?
That is what we have to find out. And for NADMO, because it will lead to disaster, we flag it and cause them to act. Because when the disaster comes, we get too much flagging. So we flag in advance. Like I told you, I don't have any excavator. I don't have an operator.
Ashanti region, you don't have an excavator for
NADMO. The whole Ghana crowd, no, I'm not sure NADMO has. It's now that the minister is thinking about it. But practically, the seized ones, he's thinking of releasing 70. It has to go through a process.
Yeah.
You see, all of these things we are saying, my father is a total driver. I don't have any lawyer in my family. If I mess up against the law, even in public interest, and the matter comes, it is me who goes to buy a higher lawyer.
But Alhaji,
so I will have to work within the rules.
I agree, you have to.
Exactly.
But Alhaji, all this information, all these warnings were given to us way back last
Exactly.
week. We know about all this as a January.
And I told you, I wrote.
And we have not been able to get excavators.
We don't have enough.
From January till now.
It is only seized excavators from Galamsey that we are using now.
If it's going to solve the problem, it is okay to use them.
So that is what we are doing. They are not enough.
David.
They are on site and it breaks. No. Look, you remember Tech had a flooding issue. We came in, they talked to the regional minister, and he called us in with 2 excavators. We worked the first day. The second day, the second excavator gave in. It took almost 48 hours to fix it. Okay? After that, it couldn't work. We were stuck with only one. So a job that we knew should take 3 days, maximum 4 days, it took over a week. That's the point I'm making.
Boss, so there are some questions coming in. NADMO, what is that one particular challenge you've identified since you went into that office?
Oh, resources.
And he said it
Resources.
before he left.
Do you feel motivated?
You see, motivation, I have a different definition for motivation.
Okay.
It's inward.
Okay.
So I try to do my best.
Okay.
Because I was going to ask you, why are you still there? With all this, why are you still there?
Oh,
Somebody has to do the job.
Yes. And you can,
Somebody
Chief,
has to do it.
the next question is that maybe you have, because for me, from where I sit, if I'm giving a candid view about your work, for you to even have the boldness before these challenges and come and sit here tells me that you are committed to what you do.
Yes, I really want to work.
Okay. But you have district directors, at least 43 of them,
Yeah.
right? Okay. Per my information, and I stand to be corrected, that's what I'm asking you. They've not been paid since they came into office. So,
Let him finish. Okay.
so we talk about motivation. If I'm not paid by Kwesichum, I can sit here and I'll do it anyhow. If you are being frank with ourselves, I want people to understand the working conditions you are in. Is that accurate?
I don't know how that solves the problem.
I'm talking about. So let
I
me
heard your
explain the
question. I heard your question very well,
Okay.
very clearly.
Okay.
What I'm saying to you is that salary being paid or not being paid doesn't solve the flooding problem we are in. I mentioned earlier that when somebody already has a malaria, it's not mosquito net that will help them. Do you know the MCEs? I think the president even started getting paid later last year. It's the nature of public service in Ghana. The doctors, they take them in 18 months. The nurses,
Teachers.
and teachers, they go and come. You know, before you accepted the job.
But if you understand where he's coming from,
I understand
he
him.
talks about motivation.
Yes.
Listen,
Because in answering David's question about that Chumaira, you said that they are going there
Yes, they have to
to
go.
check.
Yeah.
So exactly. So that's what I'm
And
saying.
they
That
will go.
but
They
even
go.
They will go.
They don't have
At
a,
the end of the day,
and they don't have a
the
vehicle.
issue here is
They don't have a
about resources
vehicle.
to work with.
so
They don't have a vehicle.
Alhaji, hold on for me.
Yes.
He mentioned motivation. If you get that and your salary is in your accounts, today is the what? The 29th.
Yeah.
And you've been paid.
Today's 30th.
Sorry, 30th. You are motivated. But here you are. You have not been paid for several months. You don't even have the resources to work with.
And he just confirmed they don't have a car.
So and listen, how many cars have been taken from?
7.
How many did you have in all?
We had 10.
You had 10
of them.
cars. 7 have been taken away from Ashanti region.
Yes.
To
2 national.
you have only 3.
National affairs don't also have cars.
Reason being what?
Inadequate supply.
Of
At
the
headquarters.
cars.
Yes.
This morning the information
So-
I got was
so-
I was
so-
saying 20
so-
and then 13 has been taken away.
we had 10, 7
Three-
ago. So my point is that I mean, you see, when we talk about motivation, when we came in, there were other directors in place, right? This one was Ajabe. Somebody else was at KMA. They have been put aside. That's Zoom Lion calling me.
Okay,
He's
you go
supposed,
ahead.
he's supposed to come and help us solve the problems. So you agreed that they should step aside for you to come because you share the vision of this government. That is motivation.
So Chief, I get you.
So the party executives who work from election till the government gets into power, they don't get paid.
Okay, I get you.
So let's focus on the problem at
okay,
hand.
okay, I'm coming.
Uh-huh.
Oh, Chief, I'm
Because
coming.
even if
I'm
you are
coming.
paid and you don't have excavator to work
No,
with,
no,
You
no,
still have a
Chief,
problem.
no,
And
I'm
let
coming.
us
You
look
see,
at
Or you think
let
you
us
deserve
not-
you are,
or you deserve more salary than what you are paid.
no, you see, you are answering my question, and I think that I will leave the judgment to our listeners.
Thank you very much.
The
Let's
point I'm
proceed.
making is that you confirm to me that people are not paid, and I'm only saying that the ordinary Ghanaian need salary as a fuel to do what they do. I'm not saying that if you are not paid, don't work. But because you see, in the same answer, you said that the person not paid, who will naturally, unlike they are all not like you, who will be demotivated,
Don't you have it?
have to move
okay,
the place to also go and check what David's report is
Yeah.
saying. So I get you. The second allegation I've also heard from
That-
people
I think
is
we should
that
be clear on that they will not go to those.
I've not
places.
said they won't go. I'm
I will
saying
tell-
that they are going there, still do not have a vehicle or a motorbike.
But they will.
Exactly, and I'm saying that
eventually
he
they will
said
have
that.
the assessment done.
The second allegation we are hearing is that impressed, and I'm told that is what you use to request, like maybe at multimedia we call David manager, we call it what the petty cash. That also is a challenge. Please, is that
This is a
accurate?
public service issue challenge. Go to the assemblies and see the common fund.
Common fund doesn't come on
this
time.
is
No,
a
no,
different issue.
Alhaji, hold on. We're talking about NADMO.
Yeah.
When we have the other institutions, hold on, would ask them same question. his question is, has those monies been made available? It's yes or a no?
No, you see, the question is on purpose.
Yes.
We are dealing with flood. If there was no flood in Accra, we wouldn't have had to come here.
But without the petty
so
cash,
we are talking about condition of service.
Hold on. But without the petty cash issues he's raising, if those monies were available, you can tap into it and buy your fuel.
Exactly.
Exactly. So and do some of the work that you are mandated to.
But they are not available.
We have done it.
So we keep lamenting. No.
But I think the question should be, how does the absence of those monies hinder your service?
You see, Alhaji,
my point is that
Alhaji, a minute.
NADMO is an organization of last resort, and that is why we are together in all the assemblies. So, and when we prevent disaster, the first beneficiary is the MC and the community. I did the Sultan last year. From the region. We spent 612,000 Ghana cedis plus. Read my lips. 612. Not from government quarters. Not from government quarters. It was private individuals. Nkoso Heni of Zongo. Alhaji Ali Bari. 30,000 cedis cash. Ghana Airport Company. Goyle. Total. They gave us. Jofel fed us. That was not government money. But there's a problem. It affects everybody, corporate and individual in the city. And we go this year we use the assemblies because we thought they have some budget.
IGF
exactly, IGFs and the sanitation budget and even disaster fund. The common fund has a disaster component. So let's put that together. Unfortunately, there's a delay. They are overwhelmed because the winds are ripping off schools.
Yes.
You may not be aware of that, but schools have been ripped off. Police stations and hospitals. Those are public facilities and they need immediate attention. So when it comes, it's not about going to assembly to get approval. You quickly, so they use the money there.
Alhaji, so the point I'm making, and maybe you didn't get me. When I started, I said that I'm getting concerns. Where we sit, we don't sit for ourselves. We sit where people send us information. Our job as a media house is to verify.
I'm sure I've answered your questions.
Yes. And if you answer the question, but I want you to understand, it's not as if I want to put you or your organization in a bad light.
Which is fine.
I want people to understand the conditions through which you are working.
Under which
we just saw the fire service officer who was nearly taken away by the flood. So I want people to appreciate the things they are telling us. The next leg of the question was coming to is that all these things that are not available, per what you've said, is impacting your work.
Sure.
Right? So the next step is maybe corporate people coming in.
Yeah.
And if they are coming in, how can they reach you to help you?
Oh yeah, so our offices at the RCC, our corporate numbers can be put on air. They can contact us through Love FM. Dave has my contact, and we would be able to, if we have to reach out to them, follow up where they are. We are happy to do that. If you
call on the corporate entity like he's asking, what exactly do you need? Is it only money?
No. In fact, I try to even avoid money because it has all its own. I need resources. For instance, fuel. Okay, if you can, excavators. Those are the things we need. Okay, so if even the assembly gets that, they can borrow fuel. Okay, and find a way of paying the staff to get the job done.
If you get these bulldozers and all that,
excavators
and whatever, do you have the personnel available to do the work?
Oh, plenty.
Okay.
The drip has them, and because we normally we count on people, we have access to the operators have an association and they have contacts with others who may not currently be working.
You mentioned the drip machine.
Yes, the drip machine.
Can they help in some of the?
They can, but the first thing is to excavate, and they don't have excavators. The wheel loader is only one.
Yes.
Or so.
Now, Chief, the next question is the last time you came, someone asked the question about the Kwamu Fumesa stretch, where the person said there was a channel. I personally driven there. I did some preliminary talks around the people there, and I'm told there's even a school there, some Montessori school around that area. There's a stream along, and they feel that the way the construction is going, there will be a problem because those who live there for long say there's a waterlogged area, and I think you promised that you will check it out. I don't know if you remember.
Which area?
The Fumesa. Going to before you get to Adakujache. I don't know, and I think I even said that when you went into the matter, it was signed from land.
The one that they cultivated
the Chinese
the coconut trees. And
yes, that is different. I don't. There's behind it is some rice farms. There's
no China mall.
Maybe the school is far.
No, I'm talking about where the China mall. They are saying that the construction is still happening. They've seen some work still ongoing there.
When you say construction
or activity,
because now they've done the filling, erected the metals, and desilted the about 80 feet towards the when you are going on your right. Yes.
Was it the same place you said you've made an agreement with them that periodically they should be
yes, if it is the same place,
okay.
yes.
Okay. But Alhaji,
so every year they will desilt.
Alhaji, you know, 3 key things are the problems we face when it comes to flooding.
Yeah.
Waste,
building
waterways, and our human behavior.
Generally.
Yeah. How are we tackling these 3? And
Then
this time around, I don't want a situation where, so what happened at Asafo Market? We've gone there to clean, and then the people are dumping again. And Joel, I've shared with Joel a lot of videos and pictures as well, where because of this human behavior, we are having the waste issues again, clogging up in what do you call it? Our drains.
Yeah.
These 3 things, how can we solve it once and for all? I don't want a situation where we clean and it came back. We clean and we came back. Yeah, bro.
No, but
as we speak,
David, did you bath yesterday?
As
today you bath again.
As
so
we
it's a
speak,
continuum.
As we speak, 9 confirmed lives in Accra.
Yeah.
9.
We are worried.
9 confirmed lives. So these are human beings who played a role in their families. Their families are going to miss them. I'm sure that the number might increase.
Yeah.
If we have gotten it right, they will be alive now. People are building waterways, and I was saying this morning that somebody says, I've invested into my building, don't pull it down. If you don't pull it down because the person is a big man, the politician, the chief, whoever, and then 9 people lose their lives, it's his investment against life and property.
It could be even his family losing.
So what I am saying is, let's find solutions to the problem. That's why I asked you, Dela, what are the biggest lessons we've learned so far? Such as today, if the rains come down, Charlie, we don't have loss of lives.
Tell me about Atasamanso, what we are doing there.
David, there's a lot of work going on, as we've been telling you. We are not sitting idle. And actually, fortunately, because of the research work that started with Barrier Director last year, and what we've done this year, that is why up to now, even though there have been high volume of rain in Kumasi, but we haven't realized or witnessed any major
disaster yet.
It is because of all these that we've been doing. Even though we have challenge, but we are trying to make sure that we prevent this. Just recently, as my director was saying, there's this excavator that we had from the army, the phobia, to use for 3 good weeks now. We've been able to use it for only 1 day because of the challenge about the excavator. First, it gets stuck in the mud for almost 2 weeks before we were able to actually get it out of the mud. Immediately we start working, then the bucket there was an issue. And as I'm speaking to you now, today I have to go back there. There's another issue. So there's another experienced guy that we've called operator who is there now to see if he can have it done. That excavator alone was supposed to work for about 5 places. For 3 weeks now, we haven't been able to use it.
Even one.
You see the point? So these are some of the things.
What about?
But that doesn't mean that, for instance, that's Asafo. We've told those contractors there that they have built these structures there, that they should periodically make sure that they check on the waste. Then there have been a follow-up with the environmental health director to make sure that they also enforce the law by making sure that people are prosecuted, people are arrested when they dispose of indiscriminately. And these are some of the measures that are going on.
So
what
about personnel? I know that you work with the securities and all that. We saw this fire person who was nearly himself carried away by the flood waters.
Yeah.
How prepared are the security persons in Kumasi? How prepared are your team members themselves so that even if they are trying to save lives or property, they know what they are about? The right training has been given to them. They know what they are about, so they don't get carried away by flood waters.
Yeah. Normally, when we go on site and there are issues at the scene, we make sure that we refresh ourselves before we move.
Refresh yourself meaning what?
That is reminding ourselves of the kind of safety things that we're supposed to do. Even though you are going to save someone, make sure that you don't be the one that will kind of
Mushidong, what happened? One of our boys fell under the trap when we were demolishing.
And had it not been that we were conscious, a lot would have happened. You see, we were going to be just about 3 weeks ago. We demolished a structure and the stream side of Mushizongo. And during that period, what we were because the excavator was not available, and we think we should do it with manpower, and we could. After doing all this, just as we were about to finish, a guy, one of the beams nearly fell on his head, and because we were all on point, that is why we were vigilant.
Yeah. So NADMO is saying that they themselves they lack resources. What they're asking for is support from corporate Ghana or corporate Kumasi. Alhaji, says that for him,
contractors,
he doesn't need the money per se. So instead of giving him 50,000 or 10,000, why don't he say go to this filling station and get 10,000 cedis worth of fuel or 50,000 cedis worth of fuel? Yeah. Maybe you're a contractor, you have some earth moving equipment that can help with the desilting,
particularly excavator,
or demolition of structures.
Excavator.
So maybe you can within this time give it to NADMO and say, NADMO, take 5 excavators, do some work with it.
Within a week.
So that's what they say. They need the resources. Because listen, you, that contractor, and the good work you're doing in terms of your construction, if you don't support NADMO and something bad happens, it could be any family member of yours. Yeah. It could be a very good friend of yours. It could be me or Leo who is here. Let's support.
Even you, because
but why is government failing to resource NADMO, knowing the importance of the role of NADMO?
David, you see,
why is government failing to resource NADMO? Because the president issued a 6-minute statement in a video. He was speaking with passion. Yeah. Speaking with passion and not, aligning with what is on the ground. Because NADMO doesn't have the resources. So all the grammar, all the English the president spoke, and NADMO doesn't have the tools to work with.
So let me chip in something here. There is a case of like a family. You are a teacher, you earn 5,000. Your expenses, school fees of your kids, rent, electricity, is 6,500. You will not be able to save. That is how I liken the situation of the nation. He wants to recruit more teachers, more fire service personnel, more health net, and they are looking at the income envelope. So releasing enough funds for these ones, let's wait small. Let this money come, and that's how we got here. But like I said, an organization of last resort. You don't wait for. We prompt, we push, we talk to the chiefs. Look, we do a lot of interventions. We talk to the MCEs, we talk to corporate. Some respond. Some are even like, why are you disturbing us? Okay? I don't know if I have the authority to mention this. The manager may be listening. An oil marketing company, we gave him a proposal. The manager saw what we're doing. He was convinced. He did everything to convince his headquarters. They wouldn't buy zero these government agencies. They would take the money and chop. It was when he got videos of the real work we're doing so close to their offices that he could cause them to come and look at before they released some amount of fuel for us. Okay, so it's the same thing, even corporate but if we don't do more, and I have some statistics here. If you do know that for even before this week, so far, Ashanti region has recorded 213 disaster cases.
What kind of disasters?
From fire, domestic and commercial fires, to what we call man-made, mostly accidents, tankers, private car accidents, and all of that. Then we have bushfires, then we have diseases and epidemics, and all of that. But for flood, from January to May, there was no flood disaster in Ashanti. I'm not saying there was no flood, though. There could be some flood.
Flood associated death.
Yes, that has entered people's rooms, dislodged
what about collapsing of buildings and all that?
No, we haven't had it though. Until this June. Within 2 weeks of June, 18 disaster cases, flood cases.
Has anyone died?
Not yet. Some we have recorded some deaths, but from accidents and fire, not from flood. 53 deaths and 60 injuries so far. And do you know what is baffling? When we do the estimated cost minus human lives lost too, just the property that is, the region has lost 88.6 million Ghana cedis before end of June. the amount we need to stop this from happening, I keep insisting, it's less than 10%. 10% is too much. Maybe 2-3% of this money, because we have gone to markets to educate people on fire and its protocols with fire service, ECG, standard store, and all of that. You'll be amazed. People didn't even know that you shouldn't cook in the market. This failing of places and all, some of them are already mommy. May you contain a kid. They don't know the implication. They don't know about permit.
I don't know.
The assembly,
I don't know feigning
some
to know
some, but others look. They don't know. A market queen was cooking. And when we come, now you'll be unconscious.
We can't throw.
So let's eliminate them. Throw. On record, you see. So the same thing with all these containers and all of those. When we go there and do the education, you'll be surprised what happens.
So the rest are here, sir. What advice will you give to parents? Because yesterday when the situation was getting out of hand, that was when they were saying, so don't leave your homes, don't go to school. Let's do some preventive conversations now.
Yeah.
At what point in time do you say that, okay, it's going to rain? How do the parents know it's going to rain? And at what point in time do you say, I'm not going to allow my child to go to school? And again, when you see that the weather is changing, at what point in time do you say, let my child leave school for home? Or stay in school for me to go pick my child? I mean, give us some do's and don'ts.
For formal institutions, it's not easy. That will squarely be on Ghana Education Service. And I encourage them to liaise with the GMET. Because GMET will give you, look, we have weather, as I'm sitting with you, if I can confirm the number of alerts that have come. So far, okay, now I have two for just now. It's continuous. They are there working and they are giving us updates. So if GS, Metro, GS, Regional are on those platforms and they take them serious, you will know.
Can you confirm whether they are on or not?
Well, I can prompt them. Because we serve on committees.
Okay.
But you see, let me add this component. You see what is happening? I don't know if I shared the video with you.
Which one?
It's across West Africa.
Oh, yeah. So
Lagos is flooded. Abidjan is Togo, Lomé, and Ghana. All of us along the, what is Gulf of Guinea.
So it's an African problem.
Like I said, floods are supposed to happen.
No, but not a disaster.
Not a disaster, yeah.
You see, so we predicted it. I was part of my DG sent me to be part of the team in Abidjan. I think that was mid.
Okay, so Joe, please show this one right now. This Joe, the one I sent to you right now, just show that one for me right now. That is the African thing we're talking about.
Yes.
From Abidjan, to Lagos, to Lomé, to Ghana. It's crazy what is happening around us. But you're giving us some do's and don'ts. I just want that to sink in. At what point in time do I say I'm not going to go to work or I'm not going to go to school?
Let's take the weather forecast seriously.
And while he's about to do this, you can also share your thoughts with us. Call us on 03-220-83596, 03-220-83597, and 03-220-83598. Yes, sir.
Thank you. So apart from GMET Direct, there are other platforms. Some on Google. I have this Farmer Line and all of that. You'll be surprised. They'll tell you today, this one there'll be rain. This afternoon there'll be no rain. How can you predict for the whole Ghana in one sentence? But when you deal with GMET, you get area specific. So it has started from Sao Tome or Gulf of Guinea is coming this way. So it may hit.
It has been raining for over
we're going
5
to have
hours.
Our share.
We're
lucky.
10 hours, but we didn't get it.
We're lucky. Something came. So the prediction changes maximum every 6 hours. Okay. So that one, if GS is listening to us, please connect with GMET. If you don't have the contact, I can share with
Provide
you.
It, all right.
And you have it.
And also, like I said, stay with us on our socials, YouTube. Stay with us on Facebook and see what is happening in Lomé, what is happening in Togo, what is happening in Abidjan, what is happening in Ghana. Kofi Bedu, good morning.
Good morning. Yes, you see, some of the MCs and DCs are handicapped one way or the other. Because I know very well, Benabdella of the MC of Asakolmampo, when he has built the office, there was this big warehouse around that very stretch, in the waterway. And he went there and said, I'm going to demolish it. Because, luckily for him, he has the backing of our MP, Honorable Mutaka, so he can do it. He did it. He has demolished that structure. And that we should avert our mind on is how we pave our compound. Even in our bylaws, we say we shouldn't do the curtain. We should do the pavement wall, because in the pavement wall, the soil can absorb some of the water that is flowing through the rain and all that. So we should also look at how we pave our compound and all that. Thank you very much.
Hello, Ken. Good morning.
Yo.
Yeah. Hello.
Yo.
Is this Kofi or Ken?
Yes, this is Kofi.
Kofi, good morning. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm fine. I must say thank you to President Mama for always listening to Love FM. I never knew he does listen to Love FM in such manner. You see, I have been advocating for the capital to be moved from Accra to elsewhere. And yesterday, he mentioned that they have 20-year plan, which they are planning to move the capital from Accra to elsewhere. It tells you that he does listen to Love FM, and he has reasoned with me. Moving forward, you see, Leo, when we were growing, we met Colonel Ochere, Major Kwabena, Nana Kosi Adjuma, W01 Ajekum. During their time, we used to have baller so in every community where households take their baller and go and dump there, and then KMA will come with their trucks to evacuate the baller to the landfill site. Now, most of the communities in Kumasi here don't have a dumping site, so they dump anywhere they want. Now, if there are thinkers in KMA, they would have thought that they will rather buy trucks and then hire people to go from house to house, take baller and take money, and then they go and dump it as the Aboboya people.
But that's what they do. That's what the Aboboya people does all the time.
I am not talking about KMA.
They work with KMA and other sanitation companies. It's already being done.
Oh, what about KMA? KMA are supposed to do this to complement what the other people are doing.
Thank you very much, Kofi, for your contributions. Now let's speak to Ken. Good morning, Ken.
Yeah, good morning, you.
How are you doing, boss?
Yeah, I'm blessed. How about you?
I'm doing fine. What's the flooding situation in your area?
Like I said yesterday, we are in Kumasi. And as it happened in Accra, we are waiting for our own.
Waiting?
Hey! We don't learn. You see, the nature of the Ghana man, okay, is designed in such a way that we don't learn lessons, we don't accept responsibility, and then to correct it. No, that is not our part. That's not what we do. You see, Leo, you know what? We all use Accra Kumasi Strait.
Mm-hmm.
And things that are happening, okay, we all see it. I watched a rich man, if I should put it that way, sold a waterlogged area, okay, which is at the very close to the road. And then nobody, NADMO or whatever, the authorities said nothing about it. And here we have a Nita Hotel annex sitting on a waterlogged area, and then we are blind to it. So, Leo, what do you think will happen to those nearby? If somebody showed the waterlogged area, the affected people will be the neighbor or the neighbors, and we don't care about it. You see, as my brother Kofi was saying, when we're all growing, okay, because I saw when I was growing, we were living at Bodi Junction, and then there was this boiler area at where KNUSP school is sitting, and that is where we were all dumping our refuse, and it was working. I don't know. It's either they burn it or they come for some and dump it at I think the major places, which is meant to for those purposes. We don't have those things. All we know is we will come, we talk about things that are happening, and then we go out there with no correction, no solution to it. The next day, we will come back and then talk about it.
But Ken, do you think that system was helping our environment when we used to have bola areas? Because I remember, I had some in my neighborhood too. Yeah, it make the area smell bad, and then sometimes they burn it, and then and the pollution. Do you think that was the best solution?
Leo, if it's not best, we can do the right thing.
Thank you very much, Ken, for your contributions. Now let's speak to Eric. Good morning, Eric.
Good morning, Leo. I mean, the situation about the flooding, I think it's something that is known. We can't pretend we don't know what is the cause. And the cause is basically attitudinal change. We need to change our attitude. Let me use myself for example. I was one person that will always litter. I do rubbish, keep them, and I go. I drive, open my window, throw it anywhere. If I look left, look right, nobody is coming, then I throw them away. Until I travel outside. I traveled to Dubai. I spent almost 1 year there. And I learned so much that even those who smoke this cigarette and what have you, they find a place for them to, whenever you smoke, you just dump it there. I've learned that littering is not the best. And this flooding situation in Ghana is the same as that. People litter anyhow. They throw things anyhow. And when it rains, we think we can survive. We cannot survive until we change. You go outside there, you see this market woman, they eat it, either it is kwadu or whatever, cake, they peel it. When they close, they look left, they look right, nobody is coming. They throw it anywhere, anyhow. And it is the only problem that is facing that. There's nothing about our drainage system, very solid drainage system. But it is the attitude that we can't keep our rubbish in one place. And our leaders must also provide us with this kind of containers that we can keep whatever rubbish that we do. They can place it at every vantage point so that if you see somebody throwing anything haphazardly anywhere, we can catch the person. We can send the person to the police station.
Thank you very much, Eric. On the dustbins and
you finish it with it.
Okay, Fia, good morning.
Good morning. You asked the other gentleman what was his way like going to work. I'm at work now. At a point, I had to park for somebody to take my car, drive for me before coming to school. And I am at Puritan SAGS at Adamkwame. It is terrible. It is that bad. And you are writing midterm exams, and the students are dirty already. And it's all because of the rain, and the road is not passable. And it's a stretch that's not so long. And it has a community clinic also on the same road. And I'm wondering, who is thinking? Do we have leadership at all in this country? And so my recommendation is this. That I have seen, listening to the discourse you had with a guy, there is no political will to solve the problem for us. So we, the team M4, should be thinking about ourselves and in our own small corner see what we can do. And I think that there should be public education. We can make use of these community announcements and those things that they've been making noise with so that they can educate people. I tell you, if you think education is expensive, try ignorance. People are doing it, they don't know the repercussions. So people need to be educated. And I am talking as an education. I think that something has to be factored in our curriculum where students will be told the essence of being neat. You come to my campus and it is bright to the core. Because when I find refuse and a student is passing, what I say is that if it was money, I won't come and find it. So will you pick? And the student will pick. So we should factor something in our curriculum. How to save ourselves when you find yourself in flood, how to cross the road. I mean, these basic things should be factored in our curriculum. And I think we can get somewhere. Hey, the politicians are not ready. That's what I see. Thank you.
Well, thank you very much, Afia.
So now let me give some wrap here. And before we talk about the container thing, one other thing that I've also realized is that in terms of the education, how well are we making use of the schools? How well are we making use of the churches? How well are we making use of the mosques? How well are we making use of the markets? Because listen, education is important. And like Efia said, if you think education is expensive, try ignorance. So when you go to the churches and you take 10 minutes of the church's time and show them some of these things in the congregation, if you go to the mosques and explain to them the dangers of, our insanitary behaviors, if you go to the schools and you engage with them, if you go to the markets and the lorry stations, the education should be intensified and in a different approach. Mr. Lumo.
David, thank you very much. I think this educational thing, we are doing it. And we are doing it from the schools like this. We have a different approach. We first met all the heads of institution and the metro director of education in Kumasi. Sold the idea to them. And as I'm speaking to you now, there are some schools that we have our DVDs. That's the disaster volunteer groups. And we are using those kind of groups in educating them. Let them know the actual causes of flooding, the preventive, and what are the things that you're supposed to be doing when it floods or it occurs. And also other disasters. As I'm speaking to you now, we have programs with St. Louis Training College. We have programs with Premier Nursing, Asantemai Senior High.
So you say it's something that you already do. What about the churches?
The churches too, we've started with some, but we haven't gone to most of the places yet.
What about the mosques?
The mosques too, there are other groups that also go to them. And even the regional director have also.
Because the other challenge is that even when a flood occurs, how many swimmers or good swimmers do we have who themselves will be safe in the flood water to be able to save the life of another person and even give a CPR?
Yes, so in February we discussed this matter all in advance because the rainy season was coming and we expect to peak June, July. And we have had program. We have been talking to the National Sports Authority and the Swimmers Association. Finally, they were able to bring us a program and a budget. We are looking at how to get it done. And you see, currently we have another disaster that may not be popular or well known in Kumasi, which is drowning in Galamsey pits. Last week, 3 people have died.
Let them die. If they do Galamsey, then let them die.
It's not the Galamsey who they are careful.
That's what I'm saying. If
it's the Kromafo.
They have created trap.
You see, and the only group of divers we have in the whole Ashanti region, Lake.
So make use
of
before
we move them from. So we have. I've spoken to last week. I was in Kumasi. The week before, I was speaking to the commanding officer. We are submitting so that
on the education
bit, and then even life jackets. More of like that.
Okay.
The education bit.
Like I wanted to.
We need GS to do some tweaking to their syllabus.
So Alhaji, I know for a fact that if we take education through, the schools and churches, that one it works.
Yeah.
I know that it works. But where is it not working? I think we have to look at the patterns of people who throw a lot of rubbish in. When you look at the videos, just by the videos that we see every day, you can easily tell
the type
of people and the type of areas where these things are coming from. Why is the education not going there instead?
Look, when I say resources, it looks like I'm making too much noise. I have a plan. I've shared with the Askwara municipal. We have an information service department.
Yeah.
They have these nice vans. I've proposed we do a documentary, not from any news items about these floods, fire, what is happening. So if we are going to a slum area like Dagomba line, it's a people, so it's already called Dagomba line. So you have to get a Dagomba person who speaks English and P, understands and do it. He won't do it for free. Even the creating the documentary, you have to pay. The van, they said in the past, they give them vans, it spoils, they go back to government. So now they charge for the van. Because I don't have those resources, the plan has been on the table since April. But I've crafted the plan. I've discussed it at regional security. I've discussed it with some of the MCs. They understand. So eventually when we do it, you see that the timing is either late or the impact is minimal, because if we had done the first one and we had continued doing it, maybe we would have done 2-3 months. More people here. But if I just do it for 1 week because of lack of resource, or I'm not able to do it at all,
the impact will not be
what you see is the resource. So if you don't have the resource, you think I'm not working. I've crafted the program. I've convinced all. In fact, for the whole region, I agree with the regional minister. We gave the bill to the assemblies. They don't have come over. Their money has not come since February. It has not been done. That is the challenge. So if the corporate, some of the corporate entities understand us, I doff my hat off to Express Gas. They heard about what we're doing on fire, and they came in with their technical expertise and also gave money. We don't need much, just fuel. And we're able to do it. We did 57 locations in 3 months.
Alhaji Nasir,
yes, sir.
Thank you very much. And thank you very much.
Please motivate David for me. The way he's down, we cannot rely on his back to get good stuff. So please let him motivate himself.
No, you know what is killing me as I sit here. For those of you who might have heard me say it before, don't say I sound like a broken record. In 1961, here in Ghana, in Accra, we had a very major flood situation. And that was in 1961. Today is 2026.
2015, 3rd June.
We had that thing. This morning I was saying that even 3rd June, when the twin disasters occurred in Accra,
11 years ago,
lives were lost, properties destroyed. There was this guy who narrated how his children and wife all died, where he himself got severe burns. He didn't even know his wife had passed, that his children had passed. And yet, when he recovered, that was when he was told. He lives with that pain every day. And as we speak, we're still fighting floods in Accra. I was again saying this morning, what have we done as a people? We're fighting floods right now. Today ends the first half of the year. Tomorrow we're beginning the last half of the year. Before the end of December, we'll have market fires. How many times have we had market fires? We're fighting Galamsey. Lake Busumchi, yesterday we discussed it. You know. So as a people, what do we do with the lessons we learn from things that happen? Those who have lost their lives from June of 11 years ago, or those who lost property, you know, they will sit back and say, are we human beings or are we animals? You know why? Because we never learn. As we sit here, you're talking about Galamsey pits that have been left unattended to. We have not done the land reclamation.
We are on it, but
people will still die.
The range.
So what are we doing to ourselves? That's the sad thing.
And that is why I say the job.
And you expect me to what? To be happy?
No. As for happy,
to be gingered.
We ain't happy like the Americans will say. We ain't happy, but we gotta do what we gotta do. You know, let's put in the effort, because those who even feel bad about it are better motivated or placed to take action. Others are cashing in on it. You saw what the boys were doing with the warehouse things.
Yeah,
they were taking it away. They were taking it away.
And they didn't feel the pain of the owners of
no.
The toilet rolls.
That's the one I was complaining. Somebody told me,
and somebody's business has gone.
So imagine that guy becomes the president.
There's this Lebanese guy who's always having fun on social media.
Yeah, his cars are.
He just like cars.
But me that one, apart from the ones who were going inside the warehouse to actually take things, that one was out of the. But the ones that has been washed away there. I mean, you
think so? Joel, leave me with that. Leave me with that video. Joel, it's on the call.
Corruption.
There's a with so many things. With so many, and he's that type on social media who's always having fun.
And some Chinese guys too with their luggage walking through the rain, and the soundtrack they were playing, and behind the video is what even killed me. It said, "Baby, I'm a baby."
So please, corporate Ghana, if you support us, we will do my. Because you never know when it will be you. It could be you. It could be your family. It could even be your business.
And you know,
so if we can save it,
the Lebanese guy was saying that. You never. I see Ghana and two. Oh, Charlie said, look at his eyes. And listen to him. And listen to him. Listen to him here.
Master, we keep saying Ghana is sweet until this happens. Oh my God, bro.
We say Ghana is sweet until this.
But David, the advice that I'll give to teachers and heads, whenever they see the clouds and it's about to rain, some rush to close for the kids to go. It's dangerous, and they have to make sure they monitor the class well before they do that.
Forgive me, let me add on to it. I will say that for every correct teacher, I'm not saying you're not correct, but I'm just saying something. You should have a book that has the telephone number of the students or
guardians.
the children of their parents and their guardians. So you call and say, "Oh, challenge so better with your befa communicate. Listen, Fanny say, she doesn't know the name of the child's father or mother. Or name the number.
I think these are some of the things.
And talking about syllabus, I had a neighbor who took his wife to Netherlands to give birth, and the kids, you'll be surprised how to cross the zebra, how to cross the road, zebra crossing, traffic light. They are not taught in class. Red means stop, yellow means no. They take them to the grounds.
To the grounds.
Okay.
So
all these things we are talking about should be taught in class, not the rote learning. The things they have memorized about some American is good, but it's not. It has not helped.